In Miyagi Prefecture, the winter plum blossom, or Kanbai, is defined by its timing. It pushes through the frost, blooming forcefully before the ice melts. Kanbai Shuzo named their flagship sake Miyakanbai after this flower. They engineer the liquid to deliver a highly specific sensory profile, a vibrant floral aroma immediately followed by the rich, deep umami of the rice. The guiding principle for the brewery is written directly into their corporate charter. They aim to craft sake that brings spring to the heart. This standard dictates the choice of every seed and the response to every hardship, ensuring that the final liquid reflects the same endurance found in their namesake bloom. Established by the Iwasaki family in the Taisho era, production paused during wartime rationing, until the second-generation head revived the facility to preserve their craft. 16 years ago, the fifth generation, Mana Iwasaki and her husband Kenya, stepped into leadership facing a distinct market problem. The heavy, robust flavor profile that defined traditional local sake was losing traction with modern culinary tastes. They executed a sharp pivot. Adapting to the sensibilities of a younger demographic, they re-engineered their brewing process around a single metric, ensuring the sake is delicious from the very first sip. Their updated profile brought the brewery into the modern era, successfully realigning their brand with contemporary palates. Yet no amount of market adaptation could prepare the family for the physical trial that was about to hit the coast. During the Great East Japan earthquake of 2011, the Kanbai Shuzo brewing facility suffered total structural collapse. The seismic event leveled vast portions of Miyagi Prefecture. Infrastructure was erased, supply lines were severed, and for many local businesses, the physical damage meant permanent closure. Rather than abandon the generational site, the Iwasaki family immediately began clearing the wreckage. Working continuously through the aftershocks and shortages, they fully rebuilt and reopened the brewery by the end of that exact same year. The timeline of their reconstruction mirrored the biology of the flower their brand is named after. They took the heaviest blow of winter and forced their way back to production, stepping out of the rubble as an early indicator of recovery. Today, Kanbai Shuzo operates under a highly specific model, the Saibai Jozo Kura, or estate cultivation brewery. They manage the entire life cycle of the product, from planting the seeds in the dirt to sealing the glass bottles. The raw materials are immediate. 20% of the rice they use is grown in their own estate fields, extending directly from the brewery's doors. This chart outlines the agricultural inputs of the estate. They cultivate 4 distinct varieties in these paddies: their primary strain, Miyama Nishiki, the heirloom, Aikoku, a local Miyagi strain called Hiyori, and the highly prized Yamada Nishiki. To hydrate the mash, they draw subsoil water directly from the adjacent Naruse River, chosen to give the final sake a characteristically soft, gentle texture. The entire scope of this agricultural and manufacturing operation is managed by an executive and employee team of exactly 7 people. Working at this scale allows the team to personally oversee every chemical shift in the vats. As a junmaigura, they reject the use of distilled brewer's alcohol entirely, trusting the purity of a fermentation driven only by rice, water, and koji. Their highest-tier products are extracted using fukuo tsurushi, a process where the sake drips naturally from hanging canvas bags without mechanical pressure. Once pasteurized a single time, the liquid undergoes bintojo, or strict sub-zero bottle storage, locking in the vibrance of the newly pressed brew. Because the exact same 7 individuals calculate the water absorption limits of the rice they physically grew themselves, they can virtually eliminate variance in the vats. As a result, over 80% of their total output meets the strict quality requirements of premium ginjo grade or higher. The brewery also structures specific product lines around modern dining. The Osaki series is engineered dry to harmonize with food, while their liqueur series utilizes regional strawberries and yuzu to capture a different demographic. They have expanded their physical footprint on the brewery grounds with Oyatsu Kobo Harulika, a dedicated community-facing confectionery division. Harulika operates as a zero-waste loop for the estate. They take the solid byproducts of the brewing process, like pressed sake lees and flour milled from their own sasanashiki rice, and bake them directly into high-end cookies and baumkuchen. They also open their facilities to the next generation, bringing in students from Tohoku Fukushi University to cultivate brown rice and formulate entirely new batches with a 90% polishing ratio. The brewery operates as a community-integrated ecosystem, upcycling its own waste while creating a collaborative space where local students and artisans work to elevate the entire region. This map tracks the international footprint of their operations. Bottles boring from the soil outside their front door are now regularly exported to markets across Asia, Europe, and the Americas. The Iwasaki family evolved from Taisho-era landlords into a highly specialized 7-person team, defending their craft through wartime pauses and the total physical destruction of their brewing facility. Their mandate to brew sake that brings spring to the heart is validated by the physical history of the brewery itself. By controlling every variable from the root of the grain to the seal on the glass, Kanbai Shuzo captures the resilience of Miyagi Prefecture, offering the warmth of an early spring to anyone holding a cup.